Why, hello there. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Ah, my music isn't piping through. Let me fix that. The nice, relaxing music will be piped through now. Maybe. There we go. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. What if the stream was a relaxing, calming stream while we game dev'd, and we could think about ourselves and our lives and what we want out of life? Actually, hello! Hello, everyone. The thing is, I get prepared and I want to start, and so I just start, and then I'm like, there's 3 people here, so why keep them waiting? So, welcome to the stream. I did some stuff earlier. So some types of game dev stuff is easier to do when I'm not talking to y'all. And I did some of that today. So I'm excited to show you. What is New World? Is that Skyrim? Was that a Skyrim thing? I think I saw something about Skyrim on Steam. Not sure. Let me show you what I did. I'm excited because yesterday I was working on this loot module on how to set items to a loot, and I was going through a few iterations. And I wrote myself a note and then ended the stream, and then I came back and looked at it for a few minutes, and I thought, I need to write myself another note. Amazon's new MMO, made with Lumberyard. The queues are legendary. New World MMO. Wait, maybe I have heard about this. New World MMO. Available now. Is it available on the Mac? Doesn't say. Doesn't say. Let's click buy now. Steam. Nope. I guess I won't be playing it. Where's the actual gameplay, though? Is that the gameplay?
Chart your course and your fate.
Oops. Oh.
We can pretend no longer.
All right. Hard to see what's gameplay and what's not because I don't see any UI. That's clearly cinematics. Yeah, it's hard to tell what's cinematics and what's actual gameplay. Obviously that's some gameplay, but I can't imagine the camera keeps moving around during the gameplay. But that's cool. I'm getting some environment ideas. But no, I have a Mac, so no MMOs. Sad song. But I will tell you what I do have now is a cool graph that, as I adjust it, shows you what the chances are of items spawning. How sweet is that? And it tells you if there's a 0% chance. So that's pretty exciting. And you can now move these up and down These are all random, so it doesn't. You can also select. Oh, that does appear to be a bug. This should show prefix and suffix. Also, the width is, well, it needs to be fairly wide, I guess. But you can move these up and down. You can also force them, and it does that trick where it jumps around based on those force. And of course, if you're forcing, it's 100%. If it's not forced, then it takes this value. So if we bring this down a little bit, then we can start at 90%. But if we force it, then it's 100%, and the numbers all move. So that's really cool. And what's extra cool as well is there is a fancy spawn chance value right here that you could cache, or you could just call, and it will do the math on the based on the curve. But I wanted to add one other thing, because if we look down here, there's another boolean in the. There should be another one. Stop after first failure, and that's a boolean that I want to add right here, so that if any of these fail, the rest would be 0. I know, it does look swanky, doesn't it? Hello, Yorzer, Paul, William, and Jason. Hello, everybody. I didn't say hello, I just started talking today. That was very not polite of me. Yeah, so I wanted to add to the spawn chance. And then I want to clean up this stuff too, because this got dirty, this got messy, it's got unkempt, and it can be cleaned up. Hey, the bull. Or hey, the bull, I should say. So on the chances we have a curve, loot box editor. Oh yeah, spawn chances. So let's see. Oops. Display items. Display spawn chance. Okay. So underneath the label here, I'm going to do a check left. Or left check, I guess. And we're going to say this is going to be called. What's it going to be called? Stop after first failure. And there's going to be a tooltip. It says, if true, items or potential items will not spawn if a previous attempt failed. Otherwise, script will attempt to spawn each potential item based on its individual odds. And the value is going to be, what is the value? Items settings dot stop after first failure, and we need to put a semicolon there, and we need to say that equals that. Clean that up again. That's a fairly long line there, but there we go. Let's see if that works. Then we have to change the math. Okay, tooltip works? Yes, okay. Yes, property drawer. So Jason, you weren't here the other day when I started thinking about, should I do a property drawer for this? And I looked at it and I was like, I've never done a property drawer before. I kind of don't really want to learn how to do a property drawer right now. So I didn't. Just as well, because that was actually while working on Legend of the Stones on this section, and I then decided to make it a whole module. So here we are now because I didn't do that. Maybe I would have come to the same conclusion in the end, but there we are. So I gotta fix this bug, but I want to make this math work now, because if this is false, then this would be the correct math. But if this is true, then each subsequent one needs to be reduced by the previous one. And I don't know what the math is on this one. So I think this isn't something that needs to be computed in this method here, because it's if this fails, then this just won't even try to compute, so I don't even have to worry about computing it. But I do want to display the odds here. So I think this is chance to spawn. So let's see if this works. So if item settings dot stop after first failure, then for int I equals for C equals I is greater than item settings dot for dot count items to spawn force true I minus minus. Let's see if this works. Spawn chance times equals item or item setting spawn chance C. If I did that right, then each of these should be multiplied by the amounts above it. And if I did it wrong, then it would throw bugs or do nothing at all. And it's taking an awfully long time to load here. Did I create an infinite loop? For CI equals 0, I may have made an infinite loop. What if I probably made an infinite loop? Okay, well let's fix that part by quitting it. Okay, what's the infinite loop here? If I is, say, 3, let's say there's 1 that are being forced. So this technically should be C equals 3. 3 is greater than 1. I minus minus. Okay. But what if C is 0? What if I is 0? Oh, I am sure, Jason, it can do for a refactor. Yeah, yes. This all needs to be updated. I'm getting it to work, and then I'll do that, because this is a behemoth, and there's all these ifs and else and stuff that all needs to be fixed. The generics, though, still confuse me. So, yeah. If C equals 0, and C 0 is greater than 0, I mean, this would only be a loop. If items to spawn is greater than I. That's possible on the forced ones. So, and we need to say, and items, item to spawn dot force, because otherwise, yes, we'd create a loop if that were the case. So we need to add that. That's probably it. Let's find out. Let's find out. I'm taking a chance and loading the project again and see if we get a infinite loop. Loot and demo. Loot boxes. What happened? Did everything go away that I'm working on? It didn't save. Thanks, Jason. I think I need to get this finished first, and then I will take a pass at the more simple refactoring, just moving things into shorter methods and cleaning up in that way. And I'm sure I'll come across some easy low-hanging fruit there. I think you and we should schedule a more official session on some topic of interest and put it up as a upcoming stream so people know they should book the time and save the time. It looks like nothing saved, so let's go from the beginning. I'm going to add a quest item, and then I'm going to add a rich house items, and then some basic items. On the quest item, I'm going to add a loot demo quest item, Seed of the Evertree, and we're going to force that. So no potential items, okay. And then on the rich house items, let's add a couple items, or a few items, and infinite loop again. Well, okay, so I need to go back to the drawing board here, figure out what's going on here. All right, instead of doing it here, let's do it in a different way. Let's do it in a different way. Okay, say item settings dot force question mark. If we're forcing, then we'll do this or that. Spawn chance forced. Okay, and let's create that. Note this is intended for the editor extension only. Will not provide the correct results at runtime. All caps because I'm yelling it. Alright, so essentially I'm going to find the spawn chance of this. So float spawn chance equals spawn chance I. So we're getting the spawn chance. We're getting the chance of this one happening. And then we're going to multiply it by the spawn chances of everything that came before it. And so we'll do int catch equals 100. Catch loop. Okay, apparently catch is a word you can't use. While I is greater than 0. I minus minus, and we'll say catch loop minus minus, and if catch loop is less than or equals to 0, break. So that's just no infinite loops. Alright, so we're going to then say spawn chance times equals spawn chance I minus 1. That's going to be the one prior, and then we're going to lower that. So we can say -1 and put this here instead, and then we'll just do I. Alright, let's see if that works instead. Oh, gotta load it up again. I need to also confirm that things do save when I don't have to force quit, because that's frustrating. Alright, we'll do it again. Add that, add some basic items. Alright, so the first thing is we want to add an item here, and we'll want to say loot demo seed of the Evertree. We're going to force that. So it's one forced item here. For the rich, we're going to add a couple items. We got the curve there. First one we're going to force, and we're going to make this a magical random item. Okay, bug there of kind of random item. Okay, bugs. Bugs abound, apparently. Okay, so bugs are there. That's interesting. This wasn't happening earlier, but that's okay. We'll pretend for now. And then we're going to say, okay, stop after first. So this isn't actually working. If we make this curve a little bit different, bring this down just a little bit. Okay. Then, technically, first save. Nothing saved, so I think I need to check, make sure I'm saying dirty. There's one of my other ones I like to say. Set dirty. Set dirty. So I'm going to go to Bootbox Editor, and at the end of the draw, set dirty script. Make sure that gets set dirty. Same with Bootbox Items Editor, in case I fail to do that here too. And I think that's just the two. Okay. So. Not sure what that means. Okay. So why isn't that toggling on? So stop after first failure. That's setting properly. Okay. Curve field, item chances. Okay. So if we go back to our display items and display items to spawn, if force, we're supposed to be returning this, otherwise we're returning that. Okay, so let's see why this might not be working. While I is greater than -1, I minus minus, spawn chance equals spawn chance 9. Okay, well, let's start with debug log start chance equals spawn chance. Okay. Debug.log last one or multiplied by that, and then we'll say new chance equals that. Alright, so we should be able to see this if it's working. And if it's not working, well, it's clearly not working. It's not even calling here. So okay, we'll do this. Let's try this method instead. If items settings dot force, then we'll do spawn chance equals that. Oh, I know why. It's not item settings force. It's the item itself. So it's item to spawn force. There we go. Okay, at least we're getting a bug. That's something. Index I. Okay, so for index I is 0, quickly saw it, so it was 0. So what really, if I equals 0, we'll do that first, then if I equals 0, then return spawn chance. Yeah. All right. Still not working. Why not? I shouldn't be 0 for all of them. Oh. Wait a minute. Well, this is all my fault. This is all my fault. Alright, it was actually stop for after first failure. That's why I was not forced. Somewhere my brain went all chaotic, and if stop after first failure, just change it to that crazy long name. Wait a minute, that's not. Okay. Okay, well, let's gain the math here. New chance. But it doesn't appear to be spitting it back out. Because we aren't using that value properly. Okay. There we go. Let me clear out my debugs. I wonder, can I make this I minus minus and do both in one? It looks like I might be able to. Oh, that changed things. So maybe I don't want to do that. So that's good because now it shows you the odds of what happens if you, like, let's see. Whoa, just undo. Okay, the undo doesn't work too well in this window. If I close it, do undo work? No. Okay. Let's just reset this. Alright, so if I have a situation where I bring this up, so the chances are higher, basically, hey, if you get a bunch of, if you get past this hurdle, you're going to get a bunch of stuff. Then there's a 69% chance this fourth one will come because this, likely won't spawn, but we're still going to try this one. But otherwise, it's a 4% chance. So that could essentially mean like, okay, if you get past this cliff, then there's a damn good chance that you can get a bunch of stuff for a while. And if we add a couple more items, you can see that reflected here, but then much lower chance if we stop afterwards. Good. Okay. So, if I move this up, let's see if this bug exists still. Magical. Alright, so this bug still exists. I'm doing something wrong here. Alright. Well, let's dig into that then. This was working earlier though, so this is one of those things that's just so frustrating. Alright. Find random prefix. Probably in here. Loot box editor. Random prefix. Okay. Prefix names. I have to spawn prefix index equals this. Can we look at our inspector at the same time? Remove a bunch of these. The window is smaller when I'm streaming than I'm used to. So these are hidden fields that apparently don't show up when I do the debug version. So let us go to loot box, item settings, and remind myself that I want to hide these. Let's see what they are. They are instead not showing. Why not? Oh, these are down here. Oh. Oh. I should be calling this one items to spawn. That's the issue. Oh. I am calling those ones. Alright. Well, then instead now, let's see if we can figure this one out. 1, 1, 1, 1. This just isn't changing. Alright. That's probably helpful. I'm spawn prefix index options. Those. If do we do this elsewhere? We do it here. So this is probably what's causing it. The parent item's object is random. So this is actually not right. What we need is maybe it is that's random. So, okay. Maybe those were, whoops. Maybe those were the fixes. Okay, magical of light, leather armor. So random, that's none, and then this says random item. We say random prefix. That says random prefix, random suffix, random suffix. Now this still says random items, and that's not true. So we need to fix that. Where's our items index? So item to spawn dot random items equals true, and then otherwise equals false. So we repeat stuff here. Okay. That should do the trick. Let's see if we can do the same with basic items. Add a whole bunch of these. Make a different curve. Do this curve. Essentially a 0% chance at this point. Getting that low. Apparently there's no items in the basic items list. So if we go to, it's supposed to be the same as the name of the object. Loot box items editor. Script.lootbox items name should be script. Oh, not. Yeah, well. Wait. How come this script is called basic items and I have it down here as basic armor? There we go. Apparently, somehow it didn't update through. Alright, so that should always be locked to the same name. And for some reason I do have nothing here, so it's because nothing's saved. So we're going to add a chain armor, leather armor, large, no, we'll do a small shield, and a helmet. So those are our basic stuff, and we'll have broken as a prefix, and of cunning, and of fire, and of ice as suffixes. And then if we go back to our loot boxes, and now our basic armor can be demo items. We can do that for all of them. And we can say it's going to be, well, the first one we're going to do is a broken one, something, no suffix. Next is going to be a broken one or something with a random suffix. And then next we'll do no prefix, chain armor, no suffix. Then next one we'll do random items, random suffix, random suffix, random suffix. Okay. So this would basically say, oh, you're definitely going to get a broken item. But after that, you might get something that, you know, something else would be broken. But if you can get past that, you get cool stuff. If things can all fit, of course. I need to add a note here to say, to remind that this will only work if things can fit in the box. Austin, that's my goal, is to put you to sleep. Then you'll stay watching the stream and I'll get tons of watch hours. Good night, Jason. Sleep well. I'm actually really close to the goal of 4,000 watch hours. That's the goal to get to YouTube monetization within 3 weeks. So I should be able to get there within the next few days. I'm hoping to do that before the end of the month, because I'm not sure exactly when they process those, but I'm thinking it might happen at the start of each month. So I'd like to be to 4K before the end of this month. And for those of you keeping track at home, which is none of you, until right now, we can see our analytics, and we can see our watch time hours in the past 365 days. It's 3.9K. And then there's a big cliff here on October 21st. So we need to hit it before October 21st, otherwise it's going to get a little bit harder for a bit. We'd still get there. But monetization says just 130 hours to go as of earlier today. So there you go. Yeah, the watch hours are helpful, For sure. This error that keeps popping up has to do with the curves, I think. And this Unity Editor 5.x tells me that it's, I don't know what it is. It's old though. All right, so that is good, but now I need to set the math and the logic for the chance of prefixes and suffixes. So we have the chances for prefix for spawning items, and that works great. If you want a scriptable object to have the name of the file in the project view without extension, okay, I'll have to try to implement that. I wonder if it's the same end result, or if there's any difference from doing it the way I did it versus that. I forget where the code is now. Whoa, my music just paused. Sidetrack. Okay. So the next step is to add the prefix and suffix chance. Let me walk through, and for those of you who are listening and not dozing, you can tell me if this makes sense to you. So, in this loot box logic, you can set things that are forced to happen, like in this case, the seed of the Evertree. And it will go down the list, trying to do that. Then it will go through these items. It will force this one to happen. This one will be based on the spawn chances. In this case, it will be 100%. But if we lower this to a little bit lower, then there's a small chance it won't spawn. And once it's done with this list, it'll go to this list and continue going down until, you know, it's basically going to try to put everything in. If it can't fit something, it'll skip it. C'est la vie. Did you hear that noise? That click? That click was something. It was a hard drive clicking, and that's not a good sound. That click wasn't a hard drive. Anyways, okay. So that's great. I think that's wonderful. That works well. That's I think provides some variety so that, you know, it's not always just the same stuff. There's this randomization concept here so that you can set a bunch of items and it might be any of them, but you can still control within those constraints that you set what the player might get. And you can always augment that on the creation code, which is yet to be written. The actual spawn code, you can actually augment it based on your own logic. That's going to be up to your game. This script will make that available to you, but it won't do it for you because that's going to be specific to your game. But there is these prefixes and suffixes. Now, right now, this says random suffix. It implies that there will be a suffix, but we want to give the option that maybe there won't be a suffix, that maybe there's a chance of getting a suffix and there's a chance of not getting a suffix. So what I've got here is that the first thing it will do is there's a chance of getting both a prefix and a suffix. Now this only comes into play if there is one available. So in this case, broken is the prefix and suffix is none. But in this case, there is the option for both. So there'd be a 10% chance that both happen. Now, if that doesn't return true, then there's a 30% chance that it will get a prefix, 30% chance it will get a suffix. Now, this Boolean will change the order here so that, let's say that prefix and suffix are equal in value. You might do that so it just randomizes it. If, however, suffixes are more valuable, then what you would do is uncheck it, and then the prefix chance, there's a 10% chance it will get both. If not, then 30% chance it will get prefix. If not, then 30% chance of getting a suffix. That means there's actually a less chance of actually getting a suffix. There would be like a 27% chance of getting just a prefix, and then something like a 20% chance of getting a suffix. So I think that makes sense, and it will happen on each one of these rather than cascading down like it does for the spawn chances. Each one will just go through that logic. Again, this is something that you'll be able to modify. So if you have a stat like luck and you want to, I don't know, increase the chances if the player is lucky, then you could do that. You can add that code yourself. I'm going to be doing that for Legend of the Stones, hint hint. But does that make sense? I think it does, but you tell me while I code it. So loot box editor, we are looking for spawn chances. All right, here. Okay, display spawn chances, display prefix chances. So let's start with this stuff, and we'll do prefix suffix chances. If item settings, randomize prefix order, left check, and randomize prefix suffix order. If true, the script will randomize whether it attempts to add a prefix or a suffix before the other. If false, prefix will be calculated first, and if one was added, a suffix will not be added, effectively reducing the chances that a suffix by itself will occur. And this. Okay. Okay, and then we will say start row and end row. And we'll do a label, chance of, oh, actually no. Okay, so it's gonna be actually a left check. So item settings dot prefix and suffix chance equals left check prefix and suffix chance. Tooltips is going to be this if a prefix and suffix are let's fix this, and suffix are both available, this is the chance that both will be added to an item when it is added spawned. And item settings dot prefix and chance, and that's that. Now, why are we getting an error? Label, tooltip. Oh, it's now left check. It's a float field. That's why. if items or item settings dot prefix. So copy this. Equals math of that clamp. That between 0f and 1f. No if. All right. Okay. That should be good. Oh, I probably need to change the start row thing. All right. Now let's make these smaller. This should be good to be 300. Let's try 300 and we'll see. Okay, I'm going to change the way I do this actually. So I'm going to do label 200. Move the label out of those. So we won't need 300 anymore. Now it's going to be like 50 or something. Okay. So then we will do the effective chance. After that. So items, well, table, effective chance, and then that percent. And that's 100. Asset store. I'm the only internal designer. If you go over to infinitypbr.com, click the See All Assets. That is an affiliate link. So if you ever buy anything from the asset store, hello Engage Online. If you ever buy anything from the asset store, even if it's not my stuff, clicking that gives me a little kickback. I appreciate it. Helps everything going. But if we scroll down a whole bunch, apparently it's much lower than it should be. Oh man. More people need to buy it. I need to do a better job of selling it, I suppose. But the modules is what we're looking for. Apparently it's buried. Man. All this content, and you can't find it because it's buried. It's clearly people downloading the bonus packages affect the ranking here. Modules is what we're looking at. All of the game modules I'm using for my own game, Legend of the Stones, that makes sense to add into a flexible system, I add to here. And so items, dictionaries, the inventory module, most of them are very flexible and let you do anything you want with them. Some things like the inventory, character creation, those are more similar to or force you to do that. This is the inventory, and if you don't want this type of inventory, then don't use that module, but you don't have to use that module. So it's only 30 bucks right now. Over time it'll go up. Did you link it in your comment? Thank you. Appreciate sharing of the work for sure. Yeah, and then there's a scripting documentation here as well. So try to keep this up to date. I haven't got any feedback on it, but there's videos, scripting, examples of what to do, what you can do. So that's where this is going. I was working on the loot box just for my own game, Legend of the Stones, and I realized, hey, what I'm about to do would be better as a module. So, well, of course you should buy it now, William. I mean, what kind of a question is that? Actually, I'll tell you what. You should buy it now if you're going to use it now. And you should buy it in a few months if you're not going to use it now. If, that is to say, if two things. If one, you're not going to use it now. And if two, you don't run out of money by buying other things first in a couple months. Because, probably not supposed to say many details, but it probably will be discounted in a couple months. So if you want to save 15 bucks, then buy it then. Otherwise, buy it now using the affiliate link. But yep, that's all I can say about that. Hint, hint. Effective chance 10%. And then what's the effective chance here? $15 can be interesting. That's a few Starbucks coffees. But, you know, I know everyone's comes from different means, and some people don't have as much expendable cash flow as others. So sometimes $15 can be important. Other times, not so much. Ah, so that was you. Well, thank you, William. I was wondering who did that, because I noticed after the stream that they sold, and I was like, all right, somebody bought them. I didn't notice during the stream, otherwise I would have thanked whoever it was. That was you, so thank you. The music packs are really great, in my opinion. I'm biased, of course, but they're very unique in that they do come with the different stems, so you can remix your own music, and that's a cool, fun thing to do if you're into making custom music for that. So you can make a lot of cool different sounds from it. So this could be put into its own method. Gosh, I probably should just put it in its own method, huh? All right. Effective chance will be prefix effective chance %. So we are going to say float start chance, or just say chance equals prefix chance, and then chance times equals prefix and suffix chance. No, not yet. Getting closer though. This would have been part of the refactoring. I'm just doing it proactively. Wait, William, you have a video game on Steam? Do share the name, and we will look at it and gawk at how glorious it is. I doubt it's just an asset flip. Well, oh, I should load up Steam. He said it's on Steam. I guess we can do Steam powered right here. Let's do it here. I guess they're looking for that game to make some money. Let's see. Ningaki XX6 FPS. Here it is. Microgames. No audio? Hey, at least it's for Mac too. I'm installing it. And now I'm playing it. Where are the controls here? Let's see. Ooh, I have a gamepad. It looks just like that one, in fact. All right, let's see if it just works. Ooh, okay. Play. I'll figure out the controls as I go. Which one start? Uh-oh. What happened? Let's try again. Full screen. Play. Apparently, it crashes on my machine. So, I won't play it. Oh, okay. Well, let me play. I turned my controller off. So let's try it without the controller. Oh, nope. Still doesn't work. All right. Well, we tried. We tried. You can tell us when we should try again. That was exciting though. And hey, you got better than me. I never figured out how to get the Barbarian on Steam. Probably lost some decent cash because of that. So good job, I say. So this is not the right chance. Oh, I did the math wrong. So it's going to be 1 minus this, not that. Is this clear, the way this is written out? That it would only be that if the suffix goes first. So if we're not mixing it, do 1 minus try some of this too. This is 0.4, and then this is 0.2. If this was 0% chance, okay. That, okay. I guess I should clarify what the lower percent means, because it does mean something different. I guess I can display that only if that would make it even more clear, I think. Won't put this at all. And then we'll do the same down here. So if we're randomizing, we'll do that. Otherwise, we will just do this. Then we'll put a total chance up here. So what are the total chances? Is it simply adding them together? Equals prefix So it starts with that. And then chance plus equals 1 minus prefix chance, that's 0.9 times 4. Yeah, so I think it's just adding these all up. Let's see if that works. The total chance of an item having a prefix, suffix, or both if both are available. Now, if none are available, then that changes the math as well. But that's not right. So really, that's because this needs to be that times 100. Plus that, plus that. So there's a 56% chance that an item, if both are available, like this one, will have one or the other or both. 10% chance it'll be both. 36% chance it'll be prefix. 10% chance it'll be suffix, unless, since this is randomized, they get flipped, then it's that value. Otherwise, it's just straight up that. That's interesting. And that's a setting you can set for each of these. So you could say that you want the rich house items to have a high percent chance, essentially 100% chance. You could say that there's a 50% chance to gain both, and then if it doesn't get that, it'll get one of the other. So that way you could force a good item, essentially. So this box had to be level 1. I think this would be appropriate for that. But this box would guarantee that you would get one of these. 1% chance of getting one of these if it fits. Guarantee 1% chance that you would get one of these. Random item with a random prefix, random suffix based on these odds. And I'm going to change something here. Spawn chances. Say content color color.gray. Content color color.white. just to make that a little bit. And then if it's not equals to 0, then we will do this. So we won't even show that if there's nothing to show. So spawn chances, no potential items available. Prefix suffix chances. And we should have a similar no suffix for this one, because this one has no prefix and suffix available. So let's fix that as well. Prefix / suffix chances. If item settings dot prefixes dot prefix total count. I swear I have a spawn chances. What do I say? Count items to spawn. Count prefixes. For each loot box parent items, parent item in loot box parent items. Wait a minute, what am I doing? I think I'm in the wrong spot for this. This is what I want. This is a prefix count. I thought I had one. This is on loot box items. I should not return here. Ooh, or I should put this somewhere else. Okay. So if I were to remove this force, then this will show up, because now there's technically the ability to make it not guaranteed. But if it's forced, then there's no potential items. There's no prefix and suffix available in any of the items attached to this. Therefore, there's no prefix or suffixes available. On this one, no potential items, but there are prefix and suffixes, and on this one, there are both potential items and prefixes and suffixes. All right, so that's that. That is the basic setup. Let's see. I have not been paying attention to the chat. 27%/8%. Yeah, so I think this was a little more clear. It turns off if you uncheck this, so that makes it clear, in my opinion, that this matters, and so they relate. So there's an effective chance of 27% gain only a prefix, and 21% if the suffix is computed first. 49% chance that you'll get one or the other or both. Oh yeah, I don't know how to turn. I mean, I guess I could turn it off for Rider. Not sure. Yeah, I'll figure out how to turn it off. All right, so I think this makes sense. It's certainly better than it was yesterday. As long as your window's wide enough, it's clean. Ooh, I need to set undos. Because right now... Oh, that does undo. 0.5. Undo. Oh, that undoes too. I didn't realize I set undos for those. Okay. Huh. Okay. Well, I thought that I didn't set undos. Now, I guess, do I want to do a synopsis at the top saying, you know, where the chances are of getting how many items? I don't think I need to do that. Or at the bottom, I suppose. So this would actually be more like the goblin boss. Okay, we'll call this level 1 enemy. And we'll call this goblin boss. So level 1 enemy, I might say basic armor. Add a couple of the, add 1 basic armor, add 3 items with a pretty steep fall off. Pretty steep fall off there. Yeah, we'll do that. And random items, but no prefixes and suffixes. So this effectively won't matter, but since there are technically available prefixes and suffixes, we'll do that. So this would be like level 1 enemy. You throw this on the level 1 enemy, then they'll all go through the same process. Now, obviously, you might have more than basic armor. Maybe you just have level 1 items, where you just have all your level 1 items and it just randomizes a bunch. Another thing people might be wondering about is gold. Now, in my game, gold will be a visual thing. You click on it to collect it. It's not an item you put in your inventory, but when you click on it, it will go to your gold pile. So for that situation, you might say, we'll make a new items, loot demo gold, and in this, the items type is just going to be gold pile. Make a gold pile. And then we're going to create a small gold pile, a medium gold pile, and a large gold pile. And we'll have a dictionary. Oh, gotta fix this. I really don't get this bug. One day. Okay. So we'll call this gold value. Add that. It's going to be part of the items only. And we will make it a vector 2. And this will be the min-max. So on a small gold pile, it's going to be anywhere from, say, 1 to 15 gold. Medium gold pile will be anywhere from 15 through, well, say 16 through 40. And large will be 41 through 100 gold pieces. So that's how you would set up gold piles, in my opinion. You probably add other things if you need it. And then in your loot box items, you'll create loot box items, and we're going to call this gold. And we will add the small, and we will add the medium, and we will add the large. And those are the 3 options. No prefixes and suffixes to add, so we won't. Then we go to our loot boxes, level 1 enemy. Now we can add gold. Make sure the gold happens first. And we will make sure that we'll add 2. First, we're going to add a small gold pile. And then there's a chance to add another small. So we're going to force on, with this chance, it's a 100% chance of the first one, 50% chance of the second one. And after it adds the gold, it's going to add some basic armor. For our goblin boss, however, well, we also want to add gold here. So we'll add that. We'll bring the gold up because we want the gold to, first we want the quest item to go. So that's there. And then we'll add gold. Now for this one, we're going to add a large pile of gold. And then we will add a random pile of gold. And then force a small pile of gold. So there's a chance of 2 larges, large, medium, small, or large and 2 smalls. And for this one, I think I'm going to bring the odds up a little bit higher. So maybe we'll make this a 60% chance of that 3rd small pile. And then we can bring this down so that makes it alright, that's good. So now this goblin boss loot box, when it's spawned, which we haven't done the code for that yet, you'll definitely get a quest item. Definitely get a large gold pile. Maybe get some more gold. Probably get some more gold. And then you'll definitely get this cool item. And then you'll definitely get some armor as well. Some broken armor. And maybe some more armor. So that's how you would set up a loot box. Essentially. And I'm thinking we're not going to force any items here. And maybe we will force that and just keep this a little lower. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I'll have to put some instructions. I like to add instructions. And of course, this will be documented on the website as well with the rest. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to switch gears. I'm going to... yeah, loot table system. That's a good way of putting it. Loot table. I'm going to hide my screen for a bit. I'm going to download a new character I just got from Kyle the Modeler. I'm going to bring it up into Painter and give it a try. So I'll be back in just 1 second. That transition didn't work right. Oh well, I'm back. So we have our tree ant. I'm going to... I'll just move these out here and make this base textures. Let's load up Painter and see what the tree ant looks like. Their licensing installation is always super annoying. Alright. New. I'm going to go with the exploded one. That makes it easier to paint. Add our base textures. So obviously he's exploded, so his head's everywhere, all that stuff, but kind of get the picture of what it looks like. Let's set it up. Let's see. So this is limbs. What else do we have? Just those three. And we're gonna bake these two at 4K for both of them. Hopefully that line in the middle won't cause a problem on the curvature. We'll see. Alright, now torso and tree limbs. Too bad they're not on the same map. That might be something I ask him to fix. Because I think they kind of should be on the same map since they're going to be used together. But let's play with it first. Alright, so we'll call this tree ant A. Let's find some wood. I have some wood that I've pre-made. That's not right. I think I might not. I might have to do it a different way. I'm not the best at using Painter, by the way. And it's slow as well, if you haven't realized that. But bark, tree, okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's try this one. Alright. That's a start. It's not triplanar. Did they make it more expensive? I better not cancel. They haven't raised my price, so I've been subscribing for many years now, though, so that could be why. Because honestly, if they raise my price, there we go. That's what I was looking for. If they raise the price, that would be very annoying. I've been paying so long. Such a good customer I am. All right, so that's a good start. Tree and base wood, and make that a smart material. Okay, good start, and let's put it up here too. Tree and A, and we'll make that there. So now we need to it's going to be body. guess those look like teeth. Teeth. This should have been a folder. So I'm going to duplicate this for the teeth, but I'm going to add a filter. Oh yeah, I did mean that. It's been a bit. Filter. And filter. It's going to be HSL. And since we're going to affect the base color, we're doing a pass through. And then we're just going to bring up the lightness. And maybe the saturation a bit. And change this to a bit more yellowish. And then black mask this. I think these are mostly teeth. I think those two things are eyeballs. Everything else I think are teeth, and then we have to add these in as well. Okay, basic teeth. Save. Because if I don't save, I might lose it. Can I engage online? And call this one eyes. And inner mouth, and we're going to copy this over, and inner mouth we're going to make it darker. it's not working. Huh. It's supposed to pass through. Instead, what I'll do is add a fill layer for the inner mouth. And it's just going to be dark color. And we'll do black mask and a brush. I don't know which brush, but maybe this brush. Paint. Too much. Sorry. Just like the brush, okay. Just to darken the inside of the mouth. Same to the roof of the mouth. Definitely more in the back of the mouth there too. It's going all crazy. And then back here. Ton back here. It's gonna get dark. And I will add roughness to bring this down entirely. All right. And then we'll call this shadows, and let's just have shadows. We'll do a black mask, and let's just play with some procedural smart masks. These new masks I made myself, and that one will work, but we can call this highlights and put that one on this one, and this one. Fill it with a lighter color. HSL. Pass through. Why isn't that? It's so weird. Huh. So that one works. I'm not sure why this pass-through isn't working. Ah, because I was on metallic. That is why. Okay. That was why. Okay, so let's change this. shadows. Shadows, we're looking for more cavities. That's some. I like that, but we're going to do a different one. So I'm going to call it Shadows 2. And Shadows 2. Black mask. And let's try sand cavity. Let's try sand cavity. That's no. What's this one do? Nope. Dust soft. Nope. Okay. And we're gonna fill this with red, and we'll do the same trick here where we do an HSL, but instead of bright, we'll make it dark. Roughness for each of these. Actually, let's copy this instead. Blurs the mask a little bit. So you can see the effect there. Essentially, it's not a huge effect, but let's see. But you can see it makes it a little bit dingier and dirtier. Eyes and the teeth up here, and all of these are actually body. Then add dirt. To use mud like this. Wrong button. Dirt. also want to bring the height on this one so it's not as strong, because I know that this one has a pretty strong height. So that effect is that. Again, not huge, nothing drastic. And then we're gonna, oops, not that one. We're gonna copy dirt, call this dirt painted. And we'll do black mask, and then we'll get our paintbrush, and we'll do brushes. Use one of the dirts, dirt 1. I think those are teeth. I'll have to check this on the other ones, but I want to paint some dirt around teeth here. See the height. I think I might bring it down a little bit more. I'm just going to bring it down to 0. Same with the normal. I'm not sure where else to paint dirt, really. Maybe around the eyes a little bit. So I'll leave it there. How's that? Okay. That is Trient A, and let's just paste it here. Don't need the eyes. Dirt painted, we'll make a black mask. Don't need the teeth. Body, white mask, because that's the entire thing. Alright. So that's the start. You know what we need here though? Ground dirt. So black mask, start with ground dirt. Too high though, I say. Is our height. And I'm also going to put, hey, where are my shadows? Oh, they're in the body. How come the others didn't get put in the... Highlights should have been put in the body too. So I'm going to do another shadows. Shadows 3. Black mask. Try this one. Interesting. That's not what I meant, but I'll take it. Boom. Tree ant. The teeth are suddenly not all there. What's up with that? Alright, so that is a preview of the tree ant character. I love, though, how you can see through. That's cool. I'll be doing more work on this at some point and making more variations. But I'm going to save it there, call it a night, grab me a late night snack, and chillax before hitting the bed. Thank you for joining. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing with your friends. I hope you enjoyed our time together tonight. I will be streaming again in a couple nights, not tomorrow night, but Thursday night, Friday as well. Maybe Saturday morning. And I'll be on the Game Dev Show on Sunday. So, have a wonderful night, everybody. Thank you again for joining. I'll see ya.